Senator, you and Senator McCain have both said you need to win Michigan to win the White House.
Absolutely.
Conventional wisdom would suggest that if you're going to win Michigan, you're going to have to be able to capture the minds of folks to make them believe that you can do something about the economic doldrums that we have in the state. What could you do as president?
Well, number one, I'm going to try, which I think is different from the other side. I mean, that have come in here and previously said there's not much we can do. You've got a president currently in office who refused to meet with the automakers for 6 years. So the first thing is having the will on the part of the president to make something happen here. Specifically, working to pass a package to help the auto industry retool, to provide them the loan guarantees, to invest in the basic research and science that's necessary so that we're building the batteries that are needed for the hybrid cars of the future, so that we are looking at other technologies that can drastically increase fuel efficiency standards, making sure that those cars of the future are built here. That's going to be critical, and that's going to be job number one, because that's not just good for Michigan, that's good for the country as a whole. We have to get more energy efficient. Building on that, investing in green technology jobs outside of the auto industry, solar, wind, biodiesel, hydroelectric energy, all those things offer the potential of 5 million new green jobs here in the United States, but we're going to have a president who is leading the charge, and that's why we've put forward a plan that says $15 billion a year just focused on energy so that we can stop depending on Middle Eastern oil and create jobs here in the United States.
What's your plan for Social Security? Would you raise that payroll tax?
I wouldn't raise the payroll tax because I think it's already the most regressive tax. It's a big burden on a lot of middle-class and working-class families. What I would do is raise the cap on the payroll tax so that once you are making more than $250,000 a year, maybe you pay a little bit extra. Somebody like me can afford it. A waitress who's living off a minimum wage and tips can't. And I think that having that basic principle in place rather than cutting benefits or raising the retirement age is the best way to help put Social Security on long-term footing.
You've talked about being on a 19-month journey. This has been almost 2 years that you've been involved in this. What has surprised you the most about running for President of the United States?
You know, what I've been surprised with is, I think, until you have been in the media bubble and lived with reporters following you around all the time, it's not something that comes naturally, especially because I'm not a big entourage guy, right? So having people making a fuss constantly as opposed to just being able to take my kids to school this morning without having people follow me, that's tough getting used to. The pleasant surprise has been the American people. They're hardworking, they're optimistic, they believe in sacrificing for the next generation, and whenever I've gotten down during the course of this race, what's picked me up is meeting the American people and understanding that they just want their chance at the middle-class American dream, and they don't expect government to solve all their problems. They just want to make sure the government is helping and not hurting in their efforts, and that's what I want to try to provide as president.
I've got 15 seconds left. How big a key is Michigan to you to going to the White House?
We need to win Michigan, and we're going to work as hard as we can to make sure it happens.